being in love can be a painful thing, especially love that is negatively looked upon by most others. Can you promise me one thing though? Just don't betray me.
So then how did we get here? Why did all this have to happen?
What's that you're drinking?
A Bacardi.
Sounds interesting. Bartender, give me one of those as well.
One Bacardi coming right up.
So do you visit this bar often?
You could say that.
Are you all right?
Yeah, maybe I've had just a little too much to drink.
Want me to call a cab for you, miss?
It's fine. I can take her home.
What? I just met you, you know.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. Plus, you'll be saving money on the cab fare, won't you?
True.
If you don't believe me, then why not hold on to my driver's license until we reach your place?
What good will that do?
You'll have access to my personal information.
I suppose it's fine. Anyways, you don't need to go that far as to giving me your license.
Here we are. Out of curiosity, what do you think about love? Specifically, love between the same genders.
Why ask?
Just trying to make conversation.
I suppose it's up to the people themselves. If that is what they desire, then fine. Who are we to say different? That was when I unknowingly started the engine to my own personal twisted roller coaster of confusion in my life. What's going on? Wasn't she taking me in a cart to my home last night? This is my apartment, but how did we get to this?
Then what would you think of me wanting to embrace you?
Oh no. Why did I even concede to her request? Was it because I was drunk, or because I desired it? Isn't it disgusting for two women to be in love with one another? If that is what they desire, then fine. Who are we to say different? Ugh, am I no better than a hypocrite for saying that, and now thinking like this? But isn't it if the two women actually desire it? So, did I desire it? Did I not enjoy it, bro? I can recall the pleasures of her warmth coating my skin. Our warm breaths constantly showing our pleasure, our sweat coating against one another with the ultimate ecstasy in the end. Was it not a pleasure I've never felt before in my life?
Are you alright?
Oh, sorry, what was it you were saying?
You haven't been able to pay any attention to your work ever since you came here, have you?
Sorry, I'm kind of out of it right now.
Rough night?
You could say that.
Maybe you should take the day off. I'm sure the boss would understand.
No, it's fine. Could you please provide me with the updated report on the project by this afternoon?
Sure thing.
Thanks.
Mind if I join you?
You're the one from last night.
My name is Lisa. I have an apology to make.
For what happened last night, you know, between the two of us and...
Yes, that. I did that out of an impulse of mine. Even though you gave me your permission, it wasn't fair seeing as how you were drunk. I'm sorry. But I must say, I did enjoy it.
What are you saying? How can you say that after what you did last night?
Do you remember when I asked you about how you felt about same genders love?
Yes.
I asked, because I'm what society labels us as lesbians. I thought you might have been one, as well, considering your openness and a broad mindset.
Just because I made that first impression doesn't mean.
I know. Believe me, I've come across narrow-minded lesbians as well. However, the majority tend to be open-minded in this respect.
That's why you embraced me like that last night.
That's one reason, the others being your consent and my own impulsive desires. My lust, you can say, got the better of me.
So was lust the only reason you did it?
What?
I won't lie. I may have enjoyed it as well. So how about tonight?
Only if you're sure that you want to pursue this route.
To be quite honest, I don't really know why I like being here with you. I don't understand it when I held strong beliefs against it if I ever were put in this situation, but here I'm unable to deny my desires.
Isn't that only natural? Since we are both humans after all.
And that's how I began to discover my own identity. Lisa would hold me gently in her arms, caress my hair, compliment me, and make me feel all warm inside. It was the bliss of a lover, but at the same time a part of me wondered if this was the right thing to do. After all, society will never approve of it. No matter how much people pretend to agree, they'll deep down surely think it's disgusting. So how do they bear it? How does Lisa handle it? Hey Lisa, I've been meaning to ask you about something.
Okay, shoot.
How do you put up with it?
With what? Wait, are you talking about how I put up with being a lesbian?
Yes.
I see. So you're worried about you being discriminated against, aren't you?
Maybe, but I want to know how you've survived this long in such a cruel world. This world of people that discriminates against anything we fear. How can you bear it?
It's not that hard. My reason is sitting right in front of me.
What? Don't say something so embarrassing.
Isn't it fine though? After all, love is reason enough. Even though we've been going out for only a week now, I find your existence reason enough. That's why I'll always summon all my courage and overcome any obstacle in my way.
If only I could be as strong as you.
Believe me, I'm not as strong as you think I am. Did I ever tell you about the time I first truly realized about my sexual preference?
No, I don't think you did.
Then allow me to recount the events of that day. It was back when I was in my very last relationship with a guy. It was a beautiful day like how it was today morning. For some reason he asked me to skip school and come to a local park with him, so I did. We both sat down on the ground talking to one another for quite some time. We would talk about the usual, how things were in our lives, and occasionally express our love, or rather it was just him expressing it, because I always felt an empty hole in my chest. The relationship just didn't feel like it was fulfilling in the way most people make out their love to be. Something was missing, and I think he knew that. That's why he had ended up scarring me that day.
Lisa, I need you to answer me seriously here.
What's going on? Why are you so serious all of a sudden?
Just listen, please. Lisa, do you love me? I see. Then why did you drag our relationship out this long? Why did you pretend to be in love with me?
I thought that if I pretended, then I could really fall in love with you and change myself.
Change yourself? Why?
You wouldn't understand.
Try me.
The reason I couldn't love you is because I have a preference for girls.
Did I hear that right? You're into girls?
See, I told you that you wouldn't understand.
Oh, understand? There is nothing to understand. You are disgusting. I can't believe I even breathe the same air as you. You should just drop dead.
Sorry to have you recall that.
It doesn't matter. It was that moment. when I spent time with him that I realized that I was a lesbian. There was no helping it. After all, there would be a time that this would come to light sooner or later.
Then were there any other women before me?
I never was in any sort of relationship. It was mostly one-night stands that I was engaged into. Like how we met on our very first night together. I didn't expect it to grow into a relationship.
Neither did I.
Being in love can be a painful thing, especially love that is negatively looked upon by most others. Can you promise me one thing though? Just don't betray me.
I promise. I made a promise that I wanted to so badly keep. Maybe I just crumbled under the discrimination that I saw online against lesbians. There were so many bad things being said about them, there were so many death statements against them. Maybe I no longer wanted to be associated with Lisa. Maybe I didn't want to be put in the same category as her any longer. That's why I committed the act of betrayal, where I decided to do the same thing she once tried. Want to come over to my place tonight?
Clarissa.
Lisa. Lisa. Why did all this have to happen?
Clarissa. It's over.
No, wait, let me explain.
This will be the last time we will speak to one another. Let's part ways here before we end up causing one another more pain. It's clear you're not interested any longer. Out of curiosity, what was that to you? I understand. This is goodbye.
That was the last time I saw Lisa.
Clarissa, you're distracted again.
Oh, sorry. I guess my mind is a little weighed down right now.
Want to talk about it?
I don't think you'll understand, Jack.
Try me.
There is this special someone, they, and I just ended up having a fight and well,
How long ago was this?
almost 3 days ago.
I might be prying, but why did you fight?
Well, because I ended up doing something that may have caused a betrayal of trust in our relationship. I never wanted to, but
Did you tell them that?
they were far too angry at the time to hear me out.
Why not contact them after work today and explain it to them?
They already said that we won't meet ever again.
Then I don't really know what to say. But I will say that try to look at the situation from their perspective. After all, they too are only human, and like other humans, they have their own set of feelings as well.
Feelings. That's right. Lisa too is a human, and like any human she would feel hatred for being betrayed by the one she loved. It was my own fears that hindered me from ever truly embracing my feeling. I didn't want to be discriminated against, so I went with the majority and tried doing something I wouldn't like. Even though my mind told me not to do it, my body would move on its own, as though it was searching for an escape all this time. But in the process of that escape, I ended up losing someone very precious, someone very important to me. I want to see you again, Lisa. I want to embrace you in my arms and feel your warmth coating my body. I want to be by your side. Bartender.
Miss, your drink.
But I didn't order this.
This is from the customer over there. Oh my, I guess they left.
See, Clarissa. What are you doing here?
I wanted to see you this whole time, Lisa. Thank God I finally found you.
That's not what I asked. Didn't I say we should never see one another ever again?
Yes, but there is just so much I've to tell you. So many things I've to confess.
Fine, go on. I'm listening.
I was wrong to betray you. I knew it from the start, but I did it because I was afraid.
Afraid?
Yeah, and all the time we've been spending our nights together, the question of what society accepts as right or wrong was always running in the back of my head. It was when I saw just how much discrimination there was against lesbians, against homosexuals, that I started to feel afraid. It was fear that drove me to my impulsive and regrettable actions. Only after thinking about it did I begin to realize where your strength came from. It wasn't just having someone by your side, but constantly thinking of them in your heart and mind. That was where the roots of your strength lay that allowed you to take on society's discrimination. Lisa, before I had no right to say this, but from now onwards, please let me listen to your scars, please let me stay by your side.
I was waiting for you to say that. Then, Clarissa, may I once again embrace you?
By all means. Lisa, what's mine is yours.
Clarissa, and what's mine is yours, as well, for this is just the beginning of our blossoming happiness.